January 17th, 2022. I went down to Tucson last night to see the Dave Smith comedy show. It went okay. I showed up a little early, and so I talked a little bit to a couple people out front. I don't really know any libertarians who were going to this thing, and so I just kind of struck up a couple conversation with some random people out front. Then we were waiting a really long time for the show to start for some reason, and I ended up having a brief chat with the guy behind me. The show was all right. I mean, he had some good material, I thought. I thought it was all right. It sounded like it's something that he's working on refining and fine tuning, and hopefully doing shows like that gives him a chance to get that worked out. But yeah, I mean, interesting to be around that many libertarians at one time. I don't know that I ever have been. I mean, when I go to protests and stuff, it's usually 20 people, 10 people. I mean, it's small groups, and there were probably a couple of hundred people in there, I would say. Probably maybe several hundred. I mean, I don't know. I'm not good at that, but I didn't really count it. I saw a couple people I recognized from Twitter, but some people on Twitter are just, I don't know, assholes. And if I've reached out to you and you're someone who's just blown me off online, I'm probably not gonna go say hello in real life. I'm just gonna assume I'm not for you. And I could have stuck around after the show. Well, one thing before the show, way before when I first got there, I actually saw Dave Smith walking around, and I thought about going up to him, seeing if I could give him a book. I probably should have done that, but who knows, that might have delayed him even more, because obviously he didn't start the show on time. I didn't end up giving any books away. The conversation never got to a point where that was a reasonable kind of thing to do. I don't know. I mean, I think I think it's good to be around people. I think sometimes we don't know the full impact of what certain interactions have. Maybe I'll next year or whenever they next have one of these, maybe I can go and stay for the whole time instead of just the one show. Maybe get to know some people during the weekend. That might be cool. The other funny thing is I know a lot of there's famous libertarians, and for the most part I don't really know who they are or what they look like. I don't really, when I'm on Twitter, I don't really pay that much attention who's talking or who you are, so much as just what you're saying, and I just jump in with whoever you are. And so I don't know from the perspective of the other people in the room, where the people who are oh wait, that's that dude we were fucking picking on, or that's that guy we were bullying or making fun of in our group chat. Here he is. I have no idea. Maybe there's people there who recognize me that I don't recognize. I mean, I probably recognize literally like, maybe like, I might not have recognized more than 2 people in the room, to be honest. Well, no, 3. I recognize Dave Smith. Like, a couple of people look vaguely familiar, but I couldn't have, like, put a name on them. There's some names I could have said. They probably were in the room, but, like, literally, I just don't pay that much attention to people. But I know that within libertarianism, there's this kind of, like, hierarchy of, like, people that have a platform, people that get listened to, people that don't, and, you know, I'm one of the people who typically doesn't, but hopefully, at least in the time before the show when I was talking to someone, I mean, I was making some pretty powerful points, relating to freedom. Maybe that had an impact on some of the people. You know, when you're in person, there's so much more to it than on Twitter, because there's the emotions, the expressions of the people around you, and I think things can just be a lot more well understood. I think I can be more understood. I think online I sometimes probably come across as cold or harsh, whereas I think in person you can kind of see, oh, I'm just a normal human being making a point that's actually a really good point. So, because I think just in person, people aren't just inclined to act in the kind of childish ways that they typically act on Twitter, where they just think it's okay to just, like, ignore someone who's talking to you, or, you know, attack someone based on their physical appearance, or, you know, basically treat other people like shit. In real life, I think you need to show a certain amount of respect, just to get about your daily life. So, we'll see if there's any more libertarian events, this year. Yeah, I'm aware of a couple groups that might put on events, probably going to be smaller events in this big convention. I can keep an eye out on the Libertarian Party website to see if there's anything else. But yeah, hard to see me being at any other event like that for quite a while, because I don't see myself. Well, I think there's a national convention in, like, Reno maybe this year. That's something I actually maybe could go to if it's not in tax season. So I could look into that, but I just wanted to check in and let you guys know I'm back safe, because I know everyone gets so worried. It's Monday today, so I'm about to head to work, and tax season is nipping at our heels.